There we go, Lex Friedman. Love you, brother. Been following you again. Been following all these guys for a really long time. This is also Jason A's channel. I'll post them in the thing down below. And there we go.
A lot of people are very interested in footage of UFOs. The Pentagon has released a few videos, and there's been anecdotal reports from fighter pilots. So a lot of people want to know, will you help push the Pentagon to release more footage, which a lot of people claim is available?
Oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. I would do that. I'd love to do that. I have to do that. But they also are pushing me on Kennedy. And I did release a lot, but I had people come to me and beg me not to do it. But I'll be doing that very early on. But I would do that.
Do you think...
What I don't understand is, who are these people that are begging him not to release stuff? Don't we want full transparency around the globe? I get the skepticism, and I get the you don't want to send the world in panic. But I honestly believe, especially with the level of technology we have now, wouldn't you make more people panic and be skeptical if you don't release things full transparency? Again, this isn't 1940s anymore. This isn't the 1960s, okay? Going back to race politics and gender politics, all this shit's changing. It's changing fast, and it's changing for the good.
Do you know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know.
And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see. But we'll watch it. You'll be the first to know. I think that might be a question that I get more than any question. It is the craziest thing. So we have that so-called area. They consider it like a sacred area. Mm-hmm. And I will say this. I don't think I'm a believer, but I've interviewed pilots that look... I like Tom Cruise, but better than Tom Cruise. The blonde crew cuts, the whole... And this, yes, sir. And they were in the Oval Office, 3 or 4 pilots. These are not people that make up stories. They said, all I know, sir, is there was a round object that was going 4 times faster than my F-22, which is a very fast plane. And it wasn't, it shouldn't have been. It was round, sir. They have seen, 4 or 5 guys I've interviewed, solid people, great pilots for the U.S. Air Force, etc. They've seen things that they cannot explain.
Follow-up question. Also immediate.
Now, I'm going to say something, okay? Let me choose my words wisely here. I believe that there is other life out there. I find it extremely hard to believe that we are the only form of life, let alone this intelligent. I do believe outside of our solar system, somewhere in the universe, who knows how many light years away, there is a species that is possibly either not as advanced as us or way more advanced than us. And hey, who knows? Maybe we are the most advanced species. Who the fuck knows? But it's not a bad question to have. It's not a bad reason to wonder these things. Like 40 years ago, 60 years ago, questioning these types of things, you were laughed at. I mean, you were like the loser of the group, I find it very hard to believe that we are the only species out in this entire universe, especially outside of our solar system. But again, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just an average guy thinking outside the box.
Question is maybe. Follow up. If in fact there are aliens, would you be willing to put tariffs on them?
We don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down.
Yep.
That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans.
Yes.
And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken...
I hate to pause it mid-sentence, but did you notice, so when Trump was 2016 to 2020, he made these consistent videos like this, where he would address the nation, whether it was on Truth Social, or I don't know if Truth Social was out at the time, but YouTube, Rumble, Reddit, Twitter, now known as X, Instagram, whatever. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I haven't had that shit for almost 15 plus years. But you don't see Democrats or Biden doing this type of shit with the American people. You don't see him coming on, or never have. Actually, I don't even think Democrats have ever done anything like this, where they address the nation multiple times within a week to let them know what's going on and to let them know what the plans are and this and that and blah, blah, blah. The fact that anyone is so arrogant and ignorant to these facts, these consistent patterns that President-elect Trump does and has done in the past and continues to do, blows my goddamn mind. And whether you agree with him or not, the fact that he has the ambition, the drive, the motivation, and a lot of people to back him up making videos like that in this, to bring the American people and people all across the globe to full transparency of what's going on and what his plans are. And I respect the fucking hell out of that.
It away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here,
these people that are in the cartel and shit are literally the fucking lowest of the low. They are immoral fucking asshole creatures, and they need dealt with. Not inciting violence, not saying we should fucking put a fucking bullet in their mouth and make them suck a barrel like a dick and blow their fucking brains out until it comes. But I am saying that these people are fucking immoral. And if we collapse their financial structure, they will have nowhere else to go and nowhere else to turn. And they will fucking collapse eventually. Not saying we have to fucking blow these motherfuckers' legs off and blow them the fuck up, shoot them in the fucking head. Not saying that. I think the right approach is to dismantle them financially.
this is my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens.
Woo!
I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis or disinformation. And I will...
Speaking of mis and disinformation, all this shit, who decides what misinformation is, okay? Let's use some common sense here, okay? And if people want to get online and spew whatever sexist, misogynistic, racist shit, I don't agree with those people. But they have the right to do that. Not saying it's the right thing to do, but they do have the right to do that. And to have a conversation with people that do that, I think these are literally like the 1% of the 1%. Like, I'm talking like 0.001% of 1% of people that probably do that type of shit and have malicious intentions behind it. But these people are fucking the lowest of the low that do that type of shit. And again, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but they have the right to do that.
Begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws,
federal election law,
Let's go, baby.
securities law, and
Let's go, baby.
antitrust laws.
Let's fucking go, baby.
The Hatch Act.
Let's fucking
and a host
go,
of
baby.
other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship.
Oh,
Third,
God,
upon
that's a
my
very good
inauguration
point.
As president, I will ask Congress to send the bill to my desk.
Speaking of that, so I was watching a few videos about, especially the podcast from Joe Rogan and Elon Musk that they had. I believe it was a day or two before voting happened. Musk said repeatedly how there was 2 weeks, 14 days where I can't remember who deleted it or if he said somebody specific deleted it or this and that, but somebody deleted a bunch of information that he has no way of recovering, and they have no way of proving that whatever they deleted. That is not the right thing to do, because if you're deleting things like that, you obviously have something to hide. And it's not wrong for us to question that. It's not wrong to ask why, and it's not wrong to ask what is the reason. The fact that there's a lot of people that are so ignorant and arrogant that they just want to turn the left cheek and be like, "Hey, you know what? Let's just push it on to the other person. I don't care. I don't want to take the time to look at this thing." Well, that's not our fucking fault, okay? And that's not their fucking fault. That's your fucking fault, motherfucker. There is 24 hours in a day. There's like 160 plus hours in a fucking week. There's like 600 and something fucking hours in a month. And you mean to tell me that you're so fucking entitled, you fuck, that you can't take 10, 15, maybe 30 minutes, even 3 fucking hours out of your fucking entitled fucking life to go and actually look up the fucking actual source material, you ignorant fuck? That's the fucking problem.
Revising Section 230 to get big online.
And I forgot to say something too. If you don't want to take that time out to look at the information and go to the actual source material, like Musk said, if you don't take my opinion for it, don't take his opinion for it, don't take Rogan's opinion for it, go to the actual source material and make your own goddamn decision. Don't sit there and tell us that we're wrong because you're so fucking ignorant and fucking retarded that you can't and you won't look up your own fucking the own actual material to go look at it and do your own fucking research. It's wild to me that people have this kind of fucking entitlement.
Platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation.
Let's go.
And promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up
this is
the
how a
entire
leader
toxic
speaks.
censorship industry.
Can you imagine
that
Kamala
has
doing
arisen
something like
under the
this?
false
No,
guise of
'cause she
tackling
wouldn't.
so-called mis and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year calling off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job
at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data. Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation.
You notice what he said there like 10, 15 seconds ago? He said, the reason why. Again, like I said, I don't understand why people just don't want to ask why and what the reason is. Those are very important questions. Those are very important terms. It's very important information. And it's not wrong for people like me to ask those kind of questions. And hey, every time the majority of people ask these kind of questions, we could be wrong. It's possible. It's possible. And I hope, and like me, the way I look at it is if I am wrong and I get proven to be wrong, I find that as a win because I learned something new. I'll take accountability for being wrong, which is what the vast majority of people will do, and the vast majority of the people that have an above average IQ fucking do. And the vast majority of people that have the right fucking morals.
Entirely, and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large.
Baby. Let's go.
There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we will begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
Oh, man. Love it. I hope everyone has a good day, good weekend, good week, good everything. God bless you. God bless America. God bless your families. Hopefully you guys start watching my stuff and listening to what I'm saying. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.